Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. In today's pick a card reading, we're looking at unseen blessings that are coming to you. So as usual, we've got the three groups to choose from, which I've generated some images for. So group number one, we have the golden river full of coins. Group number two is the diamond castle. And group number three, interestingly enough, is a jury of your peers voting you not guilty. That was the prompt that Spirit gave me to generate this image. So there you have it. If you feel drawn to more than one image, that's totally fine. There may just be messages or unseen blessings for you in multiple readings today. Use your intuition to take what messages or symbols resonate for you and leave the rest. We'll see you in your readings. All right, hi group number one, welcome to your reading. You guys chose the image of the golden river. So right away, I'm already feeling as though some of the unseen blessings are going to be involving abundance for you. So this could be abundance in many different forms, but financially is the one that's kind of standing out the most based on the prompt that Spirit gave me to generate this particular image that you've chosen. And it does look golden. The whole scene looks golden, so I feel like there's some kind of a golden opportunity, or there's some unseen golden blessings that are coming in, and you're going to be feeling this soon is what I'm feeling. Okay, so let's get into your reading. We're going to start with I can't remember what this deck is called, the Apothecary deck. All right, I actually feel these two cards on top. Amanita with Conduit, and Cordyceps with Revival. Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of eagles lately. I actually saw 3 bald eagles on my way to the store this morning. So I feel like the eagles are a herald of peace, freedom, and victory. So something maybe that you've been struggling with, you're going to be victorious over. I also noticed that you have 2 mushrooms here. Not all of these decks, or not all of these cards are mushrooms. There's flowers and herbs and stuff. So I feel like these 2 being significant here regarding mushrooms could be something that is important as well. Maybe using nootropic mushrooms or even psychedelic mushrooms to access different states of consciousness or to enhance your cognitive function could be a way through which you experience abundance. There could also be a connection to the fairy realm or ancestors that are giving you these unseen blessings as well, like blessings from the fairy realm, little helpful brownies or gnomes or pixies or fairies that are supporting you. And in terms of ancestors, there could be some Native American or indigenous ancestors that are providing some kind of unseen protection, which is also going to enhance your abundance. So it's like protecting you from lack or experiencing pain or suffering is kind of what I'm getting here. And I'm seeing that here with the DNA spiral. There's something in the lineage, or there's something in the soul blueprint ancestry that is connecting you to this unseen abundance. Yeah, I do feel like I want to get this one on top as well. Rose with Love. They said a rose without thorns. Kava Kava with Community. Love, community, Conduit, revival. This could be a revival of your sense of community as well. On the bottom of the deck, we have Tobacco with Offering. So this feels like an offering given to you from this ancestral community. That's really strongly what I'm getting here. It's like it flows through the bloodline, because there's blood here in the rose card, dripping from the thorns on the plant. So it's like maybe something that was painful or caused you suffering in the past is getting resolved, and this is providing you with a sense of victory, freedom, overcoming something. They're showing me the ladder in this card as well, the ladder, and I just looked up and it was 333. Yeah, so the ladder can represent ascension, ascending consciousness, moving upwards in your trajectory. So, and that's what the eagle does as well. It flies upwards. It spirals ever upwards. So I feel like there's definitely something here that is connected to your bloodline, your ancestry, your soul lineage, and you're getting a lot of support from your community. Community of souls, I just heard. Yeah, community of souls. let it go, release the past, forgive, soften, and move forward. So that's another unseen blessing that I'm seeing here. Group number 1 is that you are moving on from suffering of the past. And I was getting that the ancestors are helping to protect you from that suffering. And here we have let it go. So they're helping you to let some things go, and to embrace. I'm hearing new opportunities, and it's like parting the way for you to move forward. There's some kind of a new opportunity. Let's see. Immerse yourself, training, learning new hobbies and passions. So this could be an opportunity related to something that you're learning or something that you are passionate about. A new hobby could be something that they're talking about, or a revival of an old hobby or something that you enjoyed doing, something that you loved, something that helps you to be a conduit for your community. It could be music, because they're showing me the people here all kind of playing in a circle, jamming together. There could be something to do with music, or it could be something different, but it's something that you've enjoyed, something that you're learning about or have learned about. The rainbow, sweet relief, new beginnings, and a new way forward. I was getting this, upward trajectory, letting go of the past, moving forward, moving on. So this is part of the unseen blessing, is that you are leveling up, you're expanding, you're moving outside of those previous constrictions based on the bloodline, the ancestry, or your soul lineage, or all of the above. And you're coming out of this painful moment where there were thorns that created this suffering, and instead you're stepping into peace. The dove here in this card's really standing out. On the bottom, we have clear waters, clear vision, confirmation, rights, timing, and opportunity. I was getting that feeling. There's an opportunity here, and Spirit wants to talk about it because this is something that you don't see. It is an unseen blessing. But that's why they brought you to this reading today. Serendipity. So pay attention to the synchronicities, things that just happen in such a meaningful, coincidental way. There's going to be something there. There's going to be luck, or there's going to be clarity around this. We have Yang. Number 1 energy really stood out to me. So this is, it feels like a new level. It feels like a new cycle. And it's a way forward for you. I do see you taking action or being called to take action in a new way. To the sea. We have a lot of like blue, sort of teal energy over here. Over here too. I mean, that deck is very blue. And then you have unfinished symphony on the bottom of this one as well. So there was something that was in your lineage. I keep getting that message. There was something in your lineage that was creating a disturbance to the flow of abundance in your life. Maybe caused you to feel like you didn't belong, or you didn't have a sense of community. Maybe it made you feel like you didn't have nourishment, or your needs weren't met, or you weren't loved, or that you weren't free to explore your passions, or what you want to do in life. And what I'm seeing is that this unseen blessing is coming in through the removal or the release of these karmic things from the past or in the lineage that have been hurting you. It's like it's been hurting you from behind the scenes. And now that you're softening, you're able to move away from those things that were painful and find this new direction and then take action toward it. And the universe is supporting you in that. So there's a lot of freedom. They said, watch for eagles. Eagles are heralds of this positive change. They just said, okay. Listen to your intuition. Yeah, this is a big thing here. This is a big thing for you, group number 1, is that your intuition is going to be speaking very loudly to you about this new direction that you're going. This is the unseen blessing that they're talking about here, and they want me to put it here. So I feel like this is the new way forward. It is trusting and listening to your intuition, because that's where the luck comes in. That's where the serendipity shows up. And it's taking action on your intuition. that helps put you in the right place at the right time. And I'm telling you, group number one, I'm getting this feeling that you're going to be in the right place at the right time because some of these previous blocks in your soul blueprint are released. They are cleared away, and you have the blessing of your ancestors and the freedom to explore your world. Get more information. That's so interesting that you have this card and also this one, which was talking about learning something new. So this, I think the opportunity or the unseen blessing here is that you're going to be learning something you didn't know about. Could be related to the ancestry, could be related to something in the DNA again, right? It's like you're having this stuff come up for a reason, and then you're understanding it, you're learning from it and being able to move on. And through that, you're going to have the information you need to be in that right place at the right time. The intuition is going to give you information. I'm getting that message very, very strongly. The intuition is going to give you information that puts you exactly where you need to be. Wow, you have let go. Okay, so you have let it go and let go. This is very much about trust. Group one, Spirit, your higher self, very much urging you to let go of something here so that you can spiral upwards. That's what they're showing me, spiraling upwards. So being able to free yourself from some lower vibrational experiences of suffering and being able to move beyond those challenges, beyond that existence is the word that I just heard. Beyond that existence, it's like a point of existence that they're showing me, and you're not meant to be there permanently. And because of some of the stuff in the lineage, because of some of the stuff in the soul blueprint, it felt like you couldn't get out of that. Maybe you felt trapped, or that, love just always comes with thorns and there's always pain and there's always suffering. And no, that's not the case. It's letting this go that is going to shift it and allow you to move into freedom and transform your life, really, is what they're showing me. Transforming your reality, changing your existence, because you're no longer accepting that suffering is the be all end all, or that it's all that there's available to you. That's not true. Not the right time. I'm getting a message of, again, releasing the past. And you may have constantly felt, group one, as though your blessings or those unseen things that you were trying to manifest in terms of abundance in your life were not coming in because it wasn't the right time. And it's true, it kind of wasn't the right time, but it wasn't the right time because you still hadn't learned about these things. You didn't have the information, you didn't have the context from some of these past blocks. And it's through understanding and awareness that we can release karma. And I've talked about this for years here on this channel. Well, on this channel, yes, for about a year, but on my other previous channel, talked a lot about karma, releasing karma, and I taught people how to do that. And I've worked through this on my own as well. Spirits coached me through it. And one of the primary ways of releasing karma is to have awareness of what the pattern was. Without awareness, we can't change it, and it stays stuck. So this is why they're talking about this blessing being about you receiving some kind of information that you wouldn't have had before, that you did not have before. And that is what makes it the right time, because serendipity and synchronicity are all about the timing, and everything is in perfect timing. And yet, to the ego, it might feel like it's taking too long, or that it's not for us because it's not happening right away. But what I'm seeing here is that you needed to have awareness of these things in a very synchronized, ordered way. There were certain, like, you couldn't skip any steps. You couldn't jump ahead. You couldn't move to the next level without first, ascending up these different rungs of the ladder. So there were certain levels that needed to be understood before you could move to this next one. But this next one, it really does free you. I just keep getting this energy of freedom. And I think if financial issues have been a factor, then this freedom will be financial freedom for you. And it will be the right time, and it will come about in a very sort of destined way. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's like it's a very destined type of occurrence. Of course, the next card I pull over is a timing card. Within the next few months. Okay, so something happening in the next few months, group number 1. Bottom of the deck is compromise here. So something that you may have felt like you needed to compromise on in the past is actually not going to be an issue anymore. That's what I'm seeing with the release and the let go of some of this stuff from the past. I'm feeling like the compromise is not, it's going to work itself out. Like, you're not going to need to settle. You're not going to need to sacrifice. It's the awareness of understanding what this pattern was and why it was there, and your affiliation with it. Oh, the candle just went out. Is going to help you to wrap things up, to close out the cycle, to start fresh, just like I'm going to put in a fresh candle. So group number 1, fresh candle, new awareness, letting things go from the past. These are some of the core unseen blessings that you're not aware of. Well, now you are to some level, and I would encourage you, and Spirit is encouraging you to pay attention to your intuition and get more information about this, because there is something that has been behind the scenes or underneath the surface that was not in your awareness, that having awareness of is going to liberate you, it's going to free you, and it's going to allow you to explore more of what you can experience rather than what you've found to be available. Does that make sense? It's like you're going to have more options than you did before, because that major block was removed or is being removed. I do feel like there's a call to action here. I'm seeing doves. Two doves in your reading here. So the dove can represent peace, inner peace, and grace and blessings of the divine. Yeah. So you have a lot of support, group 1. And if this has felt like a really difficult thing, bringing awareness to these patterns and letting them go. If you've been struggling to manifest or to see abundance flourish in your life, this is all unfolding in very specific timing. They keep giving me this message of like very specific timing. There were things that needed to be learned. There were things that needed to be understood. And you may have felt like you were going through a dark night of the soul or a major death cycle, and you were, but now there's revival happening, and there's regeneration, and there's going to be a resurgence of abundance in your life. You could get some information from a book, or from like altered states of consciousness, or both, right? It's like, they did just give me the word channeling. Yeah, so I feel like you're going to be channeling some information. Again, pay attention to your intuition. Or you could be reading something of a channeled nature that somebody wrote into a book, right? Like there's a lot of books out there that are channeled. Actually, I would argue almost all of them are channeled, but there's very specific ones that are like, overtly channeled information. So I would recommend following your intuition. If a book like that kind of jumps out at you or is recommended to you, or you see synchronicities around it, go get it. Read it, because there's something in that is going to activate something about the past here, or it's like unlocking stuff for you, bringing your awareness to these patterns so that you can let them go and see the timing really work out for you. So pay attention in the next few months to some things happening, or some things shifting in your life to allow you to really just move out of the old pain cycles of the past and into more community, more connection, more abundance, and a greater state of consciousness. I really see a lot of consciousness expansion. So yeah, lots more love comes from that. All right, guys, that is what I see for you. Group number 1, this unseen blessing is the removal of blocks from the past. And an opening up to freedom and abundance. So love to see that for you. Sending you guys lots of blessings in the seen and the unseen realms and protection for those blessings for your greatest and highest good and the greatest and highest good of all. Thank you so much for being here, guys. If you'd like to dive deeper here on the channel, we do have memberships where members get weekly pick a card readings as well as monthly live streams with me where we do members' personal readings. Thank you so much for all your support in your various ways here on the channel. I love and appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the image of the castle, and the prompt that Spirit gave me to generate this image was a diamond castle. So there's something here about stepping into a new state of living. The castle can represent the home. It can also represent safe space for us. So it's like very protected. It has strong walls. And when I was thinking of diamond is like the strongest thing, right? It has the highest, most hardness scale rating. Or one of them. So I feel like there's something about this strength and fortitude or fortification of protection around you as an unseen blessing. So there's unseen protection. There's walls or barriers or boundaries that are being placed around you so that you feel safe and protected against any kind of attack or any kind of unwanted approach. That's kind of what I'm getting. And it could have to do with the physical home, or it could just be energetic in terms of your light body or your light field. Your auric field has like a built-in protection system is kind of what I'm seeing. All right, so let's get some cards. I'm going to start with the Apothecary deck. Okay. Joy. Hibiscus with joy. Horsetail, patience. You know, actually what's really standing out to me from both of these cards is like the sort of sparkly, wispy wind coming out of the lady's mouth here, but then also here kind of dancing around the horse. Something about like magical wind. Okay, I'm not sure what that means yet, so let's get more information. I do actually want to get one more card from this deck. Arnica, teacher, and there's more of that wispy stuff coming out of the wolf's mouth. Okay, teacher. Oh, they said one more. Okay. It's this one. It like flexed in my hand. Amanita, conduit. Okay. This one wants to come out too. Okay. Surrender. I'll just surrender to however many cards the Spirit wants to have here from this deck. I'm just thinking about like spacing, you know, because we've got several other decks to get to. But Spirit will do what Spirit wants to do. So let's get some more cards here. Surrender, conduit, teacher, patience. Okay, never-ending story. Now I see where the patience card comes into play. So I think that, you know, if you have like a really safe haven that you can go into for protection, like a castle, for example, you could wait it out, right? If there's something going on the outside, you can have the patience to just wait it out because you're safe where you are. So you don't need to go out or surrender to any kind of attack. I just keep getting this feeling of like something having sort of tried to attack you or is trying to attack you, and you have this unseen protection that allows you to just kind of be at peace where you are. A leg up. So definitely giving support here. You're getting support. A lot of support is what I feel. Yeah, I just keep getting this message of protection. You're being protected. That's one of the unseen blessings. You're very, very heavily fortified, very heavily protected at soul level. I'm seeing multiple different forms of protection as well. So there's psychological protection, physical protection. You're being taught the information you need, which is a form of protection. You're being given trust and patience, which is also protection. Joy is a protective force, they said, because it's a conduit to the divine. Okay. I want to see this card. Thinker. There's a lot of contemplation, teacher and thinker. I feel like a lot of this unseen blessing is beyond what you're usually thinking about. Birth mysteries, what are you being called to create? The well maidens, kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion. On the bottom, you have the sirens. Use your voice, expansion, and freedom. What is this unseen blessing for group number 2, Spirit? Meditation brings answers. They're like, well, just meditate on it. Yeah, but while we're here, we'll get as much information as we can. Success. Yeah, a leg up and success. I feel like a lot of this protection is helping you to be successful at something that is going to bring you joy or does bring you joy. You're being blessed with patience to move towards success. I just randomly got that message too, pretty strong. So there's patience around being able to find success. And I keep feeling like that, like you're just able to wait it out. You're able to surrender to the process and just wait it out and watch things unfold and think about them, contemplate them, learn even while you're doing that somehow. Yes, yes. Okay. Choose a new direction. Really wanted to come out of the deck. Okay, so I think one of the unseen blessings, in addition to protection, group number 2, sorry, I keep doing that in these most recent readings. I feel like you are being redirected. And as we all have probably heard and seen said before, rejection is divine protection. Redirection is also divine protection. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here is like you're being redirected out of something that maybe felt like it was looping and looping and looping, something that did not feel aligned to you. But it's through this, I was going to say surrender, but the word that wants to come out of my mouth is persistence, interestingly enough. This persistence to surrender, perhaps, and be okay with waiting or being okay with your circumstances as they are, being in this protected state that you are. I feel like there's this sense of, okay, well, I don't necessarily know where this is going, or I don't necessarily see this direction unfolding in a way that was what I planned, but I'm gonna follow this joy. I'm gonna follow the calling, or I'm gonna listen to the magic, because I keep seeing these like wisps of sparkly, magic is what it feels like. So you're being divinely protected, and the magic is guiding you to where you're meant to be or what you're meant to be doing. You could be called to create something as well. We did have that birth energy, and I'm getting that from thinker and teacher as well. So you could be called to create or to teach something, create something that teaches people, or that is a mechanism or a tool for you teaching yourself in some way. Because teaching and learning are kind of like two sides of the same coin. I feel like when we teach, we learn, and when we learn, we are also becoming a teacher in some way. So I see Spirit giving you a lot of information channeling things to you is kind of, and you're getting into the flow. Group number 2, you're getting into the flow. But I feel this really strong sense of like groundedness and these big walls around you that are keeping you safe. So if you feel like you're exposed to the elements, or if you feel like you're under attack and you don't have any defenses, this is what you don't see, is that actually you're very well protected. And they keep giving me that word fortified. You're very well fortified. So there's something energetically that's protecting you, or if you're being redirected in some way, if something's not working out the way that you hoped it would, just know that there's a reason for that, and it's ultimately protecting you. Because it feels like there's things that could have gone very badly or a lot worse, and what Spirit is showing me is that at each step of the path where you could have said yes to something that would have led you away from success, they've actually redirected you each time. And they're showing me that in those moments you may have felt a little disappointed, or you may have felt a little let down because you had expectations around how or when you thought something would happen. And Spirit is showing me very clearly that no, that was actually a good thing. And trust me, you would not have wanted it to work out the other way. And you probably will never know what would have happened, but they're showing me it would not have been good. And so this is the thing. You are like this diamond castle. You have this safe haven built into the system. It's just like part of you, and it keeps you safe every step of the way. It helps you to do what you're meant to be doing in alignment with your divine self. Like, it's not something that you have to force, is kind of what they're showing me. It just is. So if you can trust that and be able to surrender to that flow and that inner wisdom, you'll better be able to direct yourself, or allow yourself to be directed through the magic, where it's like it's guiding you, it's trying to lead the way. You're getting a lot of you're getting a lot of guidance, group number 2. They're telling me that message as well. That's part of the protection. That's part of the success, or leading you to success. So pay attention to your meditations, tune in, or just be mindful of your intuition, because there's something in that when you're thinking deeply about things, you're being given information that is a vital resource that helps you to move through these different areas of life where there were pitfalls, but you're able to avoid them. They just keep showing me it's like this fairy dust that kind of leads you around the obstacles, and you're able to either follow it because you're in tune with your intuition and you're connected to Spirit in that way, and or because Spirit will intervene directly and redirect you when necessary. And they do this, and you do this for yourself in a very compassionate, loving way. So it's not meant to be harsh. It's not meant to be rejection and pain. It's meant to be loving and playful almost, It's like, okay, go this way now, over here, look what's over here. So you're constantly kind of being redirected is what I'm being shown. And it's meant to be fun and playful. And here's the thing, when you have a safe sense of security, like when you feel protected and you feel like no harm can come to you, you're better able to be in that state of joy. That is really, really connection to the divine. And they want you to feel that sense of joy so that you do have more patience, because you're not constantly on edge feeling like you're not safe, or you're not protected, or you don't have your needs met. They want you to feel safe and protected so that you can surrender, and that the patience is no longer something you have to work so hard at. Patience is just a thing that is already there because you're happy with what you have. I'm also getting another blessing for you, unseen blessing for you, group number 2, around creativity. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but I hadn't really fleshed out what they were meaning with this. But I'm getting this message of you being a conduit for information to come through that you can create something out of. So again, it may be something that you're meant to teach, but it's like a deep contemplation, maybe meditating on this, thinking about it, daydreaming even in a playful way, because they're giving me playful energy with the joy card. So I feel like you're meant to be sort of exploring your mind and allowing it to show you ideas, because I feel like you're a very creative person, group number 2. And even like the castle, even the image of the castle is very fantasy, it's very fantastical. So if you have this nature that is very imaginative in that way, they want you to embrace that. They want you to do something with that and to create something out of that. And in that, there's an unseen blessing. And I think all of these redirections have been to put you in alignment with the expression of this gift, because that's what it feels like, a gift that you have, a gift for creation, a gift for imagination, a gift for maybe even directly teaching. Who knows? Well, you do. I feel like another unseen blessing is that you are able to help people. Now, a big part of that is that you can't force people to do things, right? Even if it's for their highest good, you can't force people to do anything. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's what I was seeing with this card here. It's like this horse sitting next to the water, and that message came into my head. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink. They were showing me a leg up and this card with compassion here. So it feels like you're very compassionate, empathetic. You want to help people. You want to give them a leg up. And the thing is I think some of this is knowing that you can't change what people choose for themselves. All you can do is change how you are acting or responding, or how you're approaching the situation. And I'm getting this sense that some of this protection is in the realms of kind of pulling back from overexerting yourself. Again, this is like a built-in protective mechanism so that you don't go over your capacity when it comes to trying to help others. The other side of this is being able to receive help and support, because if you're on the spectrum of overgiving, it makes it hard to receive, because the pendulum has just swung too far to the give side and it's not on the receive side. So bringing it back into the center point where you're in the middle of giving and receiving is going to be best. This is another unseen blessing. Is it's helping you to do that. Something about this blessing from the divine is helping you to do that. And that's what's going to lead to success, where you're in the middle between giving and receiving. This could be to do with the new direction that you are being sort of corralled into, or that you're being guided or led to. Is, this new direction is going to help you to find balance between giving and receiving. Yeah, balance. I'm just getting this message of balance for you, group number 2. So things are going to be more balanced. The unseen blessing is that you are protected, you're being guided, you're being redirected as needed, and you're being assisted to see more balance in give and receive, so that you're not overextending yourself or you're not feeling dependent. You're right in that sweet spot where you're able to give and it feels empowering, and you're also able to receive and it feels empowering. And both of those states of being result and are connected to this state of internal protection and security. All right, so that is what I see for you, group number 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I'm sending you lots of blessings, both seen and unseen, for your greatest and highest good and the greatest and highest good of all. Thank you for being here on the channel, supporting my work. If you guys are interested in going deeper, we do have memberships available, which gives you access to weekly ad-free pick-a-card readings, where we go really deep into either the week ahead or other esoteric topics like we do here on the main channel, but even more so with energy updates and monthly live streams where members can ask personal questions and receive guidance and healing from myself and spirit. So if you guys are interested, you can hit the join button down below the video. And if not, then thank you for sticking around, and there's lots more readings here to come. So we will see you there. Bye. All right, hi group number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the image of the jury. So the prompt that Spirit gave me to generate this image was a jury of your peers ruling you not guilty. Okay, so there's something here, an unseen blessing around you being released from something that you were being falsely accused of, falsely tried for, or some kind of an injustice. I'm feeling like it may have been a karmic injustice, and there's some kind of acquittal is the word that I'm getting, acquittal. And I'm pretty sure that that means that you're being found not guilty and that you're being kind of let off the charges from that. Now, this could be literal, but I'm feeling more like it's at an energetic level, something going on behind the scenes because it's unseen, right? If this was literal, then it would be seen. But there's something, it could have been something from past life. It feels like a karmic debt being released. So let's get some cards and find out a little bit more about this unseen blessing. So we're going to start with the apothecary deck that I have here that was sent in by a subscriber. Thank you. We have Valerian with acceptance, number 44, standing out to me there. Acceptance. Look at this light being in the sky. Wow. Okay, so this is definitely some kind of karmic. They are giving me the word retribution, but I'm seeing that actually is like a good thing. And I just saw 144 on the recording time. So this is some kind of karmic retribution, but in your favor. So it's freeing you from something. I'm getting like an activation of some kind as well. And it's I think it's you feeling more accepted. Shisandra with grace. Oh, she's all naked and free, so I'll find something to cover that up. Okay. So, grace. This is the thing. I feel like you are being given grace. Seriously, this is the unseen blessing group number 3. You're being given grace. You're being released from something that was plaguing you or haunting you for a really long time. There's medicine that's coming with this unseen blessing. You're being healed. I'm seeing that too. It could be a physical healing that's going on here. I'm getting temperance energy from this grace card, and I was getting plague. I said plague, and then they had me look down at the card, and there's a rat here. There's like a rat in the card, and as we know, historically, the plague was spread by rats. So there's something about this not guilty verdict at soul level, and it's releasing you from some kind of a plague on the soul. And there's an energy activation happening. There's definitely healing happening. They keep giving me the word retribution. Interesting. Bobinsana, I don't know if I'm saying that. Bobinsana, trust. Look at the DNA spirals here. Okay, so this definitely feels like it was something from the past, something karmic that was looping. You see the spiral there with the clock, and then the DNA. So this is something in the genetic line, perhaps. You know, here's the thing. If you are being held accountable for something that your ancestors did, that's not really fair now, is it? Why should the father, or why should why does the son pay for the sins of the father? It doesn't make any sense. Energetically, it just gets passed down. But I'm feeling like you are either coming to an awareness of this, and because of that, you're able to release it, or there's some kind of a higher power. I do see ancestors being involved here. Both of these people in this card are looking like ancestors to me. The one who's in spirit here and this gentleman. So there's something about your ancestors recognizing that this was not your fault, that you were not in the wrong, and some kind of retribution that fell on your head is now being removed. And I do feel like it's something in the physical body. So I'm getting this energy of healing. So there's something that's healing as a form of retroactive, like, repayment, or the removal of that debt, or the removal of that distorted karma. The grace here, it's very healing. Radiance, St. John's wort. There's magic in this. There's magic, and there's fast movement towards, oh, okay. I'm going to have to find a way to blur that out and then put another thing on here too. Actually, I'm going to use one of my Reiki crystals. There we go. These were sent in by a subscriber as well. And that one, this particular one, is the Hanshaze Shonen. And Hanshaze Shonen is through time. It's healing beyond space and time, and it allows you to connect at a distance. So Hanshaze Shonen can be used to heal into the future. It can be used to heal into the past. It can be used to be healed at a distance, you know, when you're physically separate from something. So I definitely feel like there's radiant healing coming at a distance. I keep getting this energy of retroactive repayment, retroactive healing, retroactive release from this debt. And it's coming from the past, and it's going to impact positively your future. This is what you don't see, is that it may feel like the house is burning right now, because we've got this house burning in the background there. And sometimes that can mean toxic situations, toxic environments, toxic, even physical situations, because the house can also represent the body. The body is the house our soul lives in. So there's something about this that was on fire. There was something about this that was really negatively impacted by this ancestral karma. I do want to call it that, so I think that's what it is, ancestral karma, that was really not anything to do with you. It was something that was just passed down, and it's through breaking this cycle. It's through being the one who puts your foot in the door and says no more to that, and you know, you're getting yourself out of it, that this beautiful radiance and this healing is happening. I'm seeing a dawn of a new day. I'm seeing going from darkness into light. So stormy experiences, depression, anxiety, physical pain, chronic pain, degenerative issues, they just told me as well. Degenerative, which is like the opposite of regenerative, right? So there's something that was breaking down, and it's going to be healed, or it's being released right now so that it can be healed. And it's with this divine grace that you're being given access to your true power. It's not even that the grace is healing you. It's just that you are being released from this debt. And as a result of that, you naturally come back into your harmonious state of being. I feel like these cards want to be here next. The healing waters. Yeah, because we're talking so much about healing in your reading group number 3. I definitely feel that so strongly. Oh, the pink dolphin. Celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and an open heart. Move these over just a little. I saw 811 on the recording time. That can be an activation about karmic balance as well. 8s are about karma and strength, physical strength too. So there could be an activation of physical strength and healing, and also power. When you are released from this karma, you're put back into your position of power again. I also feel 811 is talking about an activation of abundance, and I think healing is going to be part of this abundance. The pink dolphin, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, and an open heart. I mean, I think that's just absolutely beautiful and so well deserved, especially if you've been suffering or you've been kind of put through the ringer here in terms of dealing with this karma that was really not yours to bear. They're actually showing me the movie Holes right now, clairvoyantly in my mind. And that is, oh yeah, the story is about ancestral karma. It's literally a curse that was placed on his family generations ago, that he has to climb the mountain and carry the ancestor of Mrs. Anita, or whatever her name is, back down the mountain. And he ends up freeing not only himself, but a friend that he makes, and the rest of the camp. So it's bigger than just this one karmic thing that was placed on your shoulders. There's a larger divine plan to this, and I do feel that this is another part of the unseen blessing, is that it's not just you being released from a karmic debt that was not yours to begin with, but it's you resolving that debt and then activating your power through it. So it's almost like this karmic debt was a catalyst. Wow, it was a catalyst. It was meant to help you to evolve into your full power. So it was not actually there to hold you back. It was for your benefit in a weird sort of warped way, even though a lot of the pain and suffering that came along with it may have felt really all-consuming and even depressing, or I'm feeling almost like this feeling of this weight on your shoulders and hopelessness because of it. But there's a much larger purpose to this, and there's a cleansing, there's a healing that's happening, not just for you, but of the family line. And they keep showing me into the future. So, okay, here's the thing. When we clear ancestral karma, it goes 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. So you're not only clearing the karma for you, you're clearing it for the 7 generations that came before you and the 7 generations that will come after you. Not just, and let's say, for example, you don't have kids and you don't have any intention to have children, still the 7 generations of peoples that come after you. Because energetically, we're all connected in the collective of humanity. So what we clear for ourselves, we clear within the collective. It's an umbrella type of situation. We're all under the same umbrella. So this is what I'm seeing, group number 3. This is huge. This is really big. This is one of the largest unseen blessings that has come up in these readings. And it's because you have the grace. You have the grace to transmute this. It's not that you're just being released of it because you're not guilty. It's because you have the grace to shift this. And no one else in your family line did. You're a cycle breaker. The wellspring, what are you thirsty for? Body care, take a breath. I knew physical healing was part of this. Body care, they're talking about that here. So this is definitely part of it. Group number 3, physical healing. And I'm also seeing acceptance of support. There may be some kind of support that comes in to help you with this. Grace given to you or offered to you, or information that you need. You're walking through a portal with this unseen blessing. A gateway, really. They showed me this card, and there's a little archway down here. And the archways can symbolize, moving through to a different timeline, to a different dimension. A portal takes you somewhere different. A timeline where you're healed. I just keep getting that message. She who flows, ease, being open to change, go with the flow of life. Ease, grace, acceptance, trust. A lot of this is being able to surrender to whatever this is that's been going on. Look, there's another portal here in this card. Yeah, so you're moving from one state to another. There's a lot of healing that's taking place. So if you're feeling a little bit kind of pressed for time right now, I'm just getting this message coming through all of a sudden. If you're feeling pressed for time, they're saying it's okay, you have all the time in the world. This is all unfolding in divine timing. The melting stopwatch there reminds me of Salvador Dali. It's like the illusion of time. Release the illusion of time and accept that everything is happening as it is meant to. And even these past time imprints of pain or suffering or karmic injustice, it's all unfolding exactly as it needs to. And if you surrender to the flow, if you can accept this and know that you have the grace to transcend it, this will heal. You will heal. This will shift. There will be a positive ripple effect because you are that stone dropped into the water of this karmic blueprint that has a ripple in all directions. It's echoing through time. That's what they just said. The healing you do echoes through time. Wow. Yes. Let's get one more. Birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? One of the other readings had this one. I don't remember which one. They all sort of blur together. But I was kind of feeling like this was in the womb as well. You see this figure in the card. She's lying in what looks like a womb. She's resting. She's sleeping. Regenerating, I just heard. Yeah, regenerating versus degenerating. So, and then again, we have that here with this energy with the birth mystery. So, oh, look at that. On the bottom of the deck, this is the energy that's being released, I just heard. Stagnant waters, feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow, and change. Yeah, so if you felt stuck, oh, they're also showing me stuck energy in the body. Yeah, no wonder this was causing physical problems. The energy was stuck in your body. It couldn't move. And if energy can't move, it gets stagnant. And just like water that doesn't flow, when it gets stagnant, it becomes toxic. right? It gets dirty. It takes on things, and it gets yucky and full of mud. So it's the same thing energetically, because energy flows like water. That's why it vortexes. That's why it spirals. That's why it flows. So there's some energy healing that's going on here, and you're kind of in the womb right now, going through a regenerative process. So if you're feeling extra sensitive, just honor that. Okay, so rest, and they're repeating this message of patience, group 3. Rest, have patience, be peaceful in this process, they said. Be peaceful in this process. I want to get some, oh, look at that on the bottom. I wasn't even going to, I just was going to jump into the shuffling, but I saw this as I grabbed it and turned it over to TikTok. Again, look at this. Look. You guys, you see the stopwatch, the pocket watch, I should say, pocket watch. That is an old way of telling time. Nobody really has pocket watches anymore. So this is what I'm saying. It's from the past. It was frozen in time. It was stuck in time, and it got stuck in the body of your genetic ancestors. So this may have been a chronic health issue, or a physical, or even an acute health issue that your family has dealt with in your family line in some way. But it's time. It's time for it to clear. You are the grace that clears this. Oh, orphaned. This could be an orphan template. Oh, that definitely sticks the energy up there and makes it get all gunky. They said home destroyed. And they showed me the burning house again. Home destroyed. Yeah, that would orphan you, right? Like, let's say, for example, you had a house that burned down in a past life, or you had ancestors who had houses that were destroyed. That would leave them exposed to the elements. This does feel like an orphan wound. And they're showing me destruction. They showed me the plague again. They showed me houses burning. They're showing me war and destruction. Oof, yeah. So to combat this, it's not about focusing on it. It's about understanding it and then moving out of that energy through the unbridled joy of an open heart, which can be challenging when you're in pain, or when you're dealing with some of these traumas or things from the past that have carried through in your genetic coding. But like I keep saying, the unseen blessing is that you have the grace, group 3. You have the grace. Your ancestors didn't, but you do. You walk with grace. You're blessed by the divine. You have the power to shift this. If you don't find a way, no one will. That's a quote from Lord of the Rings. Lady Galadriel says that to Frodo, and that just came through very strongly for you. If you don't find a way, no one will. So you have to do it, because you're the only one who can. And that's not putting pressure on you, okay? It's just that you're the chosen one, group 3. You're the chosen one out of all of the souls that have incarnated into this genetic line. You are the chosen one. What an unseen blessing. You're doing it for yourself. You're also doing it for the world, for this entire line, for the collective. Yeah. Poised. There's something about timing here, because it's like stuck, stagnant. Timing was at a standstill. Acceptance, grace, poised. It's kind of like you're poised right now to shift this. You're poised, but you're not doing anything yet. And I think that's part of it. I don't think that you're meant to be jumping into action at this moment, group 3. I think the unseen blessing is a time for rest, because you need to recoup, you need to regain your strength. You have a lot of soul strength, but you need to regain your physical strength, is what they're showing me. So you're kind of poised on the edge right now of completely releasing or overhauling this issue and being found not guilty. Actually, they're telling me that you've already been found not guilty energetically, because you didn't take this into your heart, is what they said. You didn't take it on. That's the only thing that makes it applicable to each new family member, is that they identified with it. Oh, If you don't identify with it, it has no foothold. It cannot take form. Not fully, anyway. It tried. And you fought back because you're not accepting this. The opposite of acceptance. You're accepting grace, but you're not accepting this karmic issue because it's not yours. So you're poised on the verge, and they want you to just focus on doing a lot more heart opening. They're showing me that heart opening is so important here because it's going to help you combat this. It's going to help you to heal as well, physically heal. And the heart chakra is where we heal from and how we heal others as well. A lot of, for example, I mean, Reiki did come up here with the Hanshazation, and I'm a Reiki master. And when we use universal life force energy, which is what Reiki is, we channel it through the heart center and it comes out the hands. So this is you having the capacity to heal yourself because you're connected to this universal life force energy. It cannot be shut off. And guess what? If something is stagnant and there's a stuck flow of energy, like a pool of water that's become mucky, universal life force energy is like a freaking fire hose. It's going to put out that fire. It's going to flush out everything. It's going to completely, they're actually showing me clairvoyantly in my mind like a dirty old swimming pool. And they're showing me a fire hose that's like huge, like the biggest fire hose you could possibly imagine. It's giant, and it's blasting this pure, clean water into that pool, and then the pool, the water is shifting. It's like it's pushing out the dirty water, and the dirty water is flowing out onto the grass and being reabsorbed by the earth, and then the clean water is taking its place. It's like water displacement. Is that what it's called? Because that's what they're showing me. Yeah. Loyal heart. I knew the heart chakra was important here. So be loyal to yourself here. Trust the divine, they said. Trust the divine. And it comes through the heart chakra. Your heart chakra is really important here. They keep saying that. Message in a bottle. You might have some information that comes through about this group number 3. You might have some information that comes through from a family member, actually. Buy the book. I mean, this suits really well with what we were talking about in terms of like the karmic debt and the judiciary system. Look at that on the bottom, higher power. Yes, a higher power is involved in this. That's where the grace comes from. And you are the channel for this higher power. The other ancestors in your line didn't have access to this in the same way that you do, group number 3, which is why you're chosen one, is because you have access to this higher power, to that freaking huge garden hose, and not even garden hose, fire hose of light. Universal life force energy that can come through and help you heal. And sticking to your integrity is important in this as well, because again, it was like you not accepting that distortion as your truth. Like, yes, it may have been physically present in your body or in your reality as an imprint or as an experience, but it doesn't mean that you have to take it personally. It doesn't mean that you have to identify with it. Like, this is something I'm experiencing. It's not who I am. I'm not going to own that. I'm not going to take ownership of it. I'm not going to, I'm not going to claim that, is what Spirit just said. And when you didn't claim it, there may have been moments where you wrestled with that, but at soul level, you didn't claim it. And because you didn't claim it as your own, you're not guilty of it because you didn't take it in. You didn't let it become you. It was just an experience. And it's this integrity that's helping you get out of this situation. Okay, we're just going to get some closing messages from this deck. The Angel Answers cards. I feel this one. Compromise. I'm seeing the scales here. There's like the scales of justice, and the significator image and the channeled message was about the justice system. So again, this is karmic balance, and there is a compromise happening here because you're going to get some kind of retroactive retribution in a good way for what you may have suffered through the process of healing this. So it's like there's a reward in compensation for some of the stress that you were put under in the process of healing and clearing out this residual karma. Ooh, timing within the next few weeks. Okay, the way they kept showing us the clock, and whoa, I did not mean to do that. It just like flew. On the bottom of the deck, we have it's up to you. Yeah, this is up to you. That's what I mean. If you don't find a way, no one will. And that's why you incarnated into this line, was because no one else could do it, but you can, because you're powerful. Powerful AF. This just flew out sideways like that. So it feels like this is future. The right side is always the future. I see the right as the future, the left as the past. It wanted to go to the right. So yes, within the next few weeks, in your immediate future, you're going to see a shift in the physical experience, is what they're telling me. The physical experience. So if you've been struggling with anything physically, anything at all, it's going to start melting away. They're showing it to me as like melting. It's just melting away. Wow. Okay. So group 3, that is what I see for you. What a powerful unseen blessing. I think this is my favorite reading of the 3. Don't tell group 1 and 2. But yes, so powerful. Again, they're just final closing message. Keep your heart open, okay? Keep the grace with that love, because that's the healing. That's what's allowing this to transmute. That's what's clearing you of the guilt. That's what's getting you out of this situation and allowing you to flow and regenerate. And you're in the womb and you're being healed and you're being given life force energy from the divine, like you're in the cosmic womb, okay? And God, source, creator is flowing universal life force energy to you through that massive fire hose, okay? So it takes a second to let that kind of do its work and displace that old stagnant stuck energy in water or whatever. But within the next few weeks, okay? Timeless reading. Keep that in mind. But yes, that is what I see for you, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful, and I hope that it gave you some context, perhaps, for what you're experiencing and how to get out of it. You are a chosen one. Never doubt your power. Trust and remember who you are. I'm sending you so much love and healing from my heart to yours for your greatest and highest good, and the greatest and highest good of all. Thank you so much for being here on the channel, you guys. I absolutely love and appreciate every single one of you for the support of my work here. Thank you for helping me to do my job as a light worker and to spread the light and share the healing. Many blessings, and we'll see you in the next reading.